Hi, this is Seth, and today I'm going to review the Vive Sock Assist. Last week, I made a video about how to put on my socks and how hard it was. My dad happened to see it, and he bought me the Vive Sock Assist. The Vive Sock Assist consists of a plastic tube, and you fit the sock over the end. The sock has a gripper. It's kind of like it's foam. What you do when you put your sock on is you slip the sock over the end of the sock assist, and then you use the handles to pull it up onto your foot. It's not perfect, and it's got one big glaring problem, and we'll get into it. Here we go. The Vive Sock Assist has got one big glaring problem, which I will get into right now. The Vive Sock Assist is made so that you slip the sock over the tube in the sock assist, and the foam padding keeps the sock on while you're slipping your foot into it, and you use the handles, the reins, to pull the sock assist up your leg, and your sock goes on. For the most part it works, but it doesn't work with short socks. So the sock assist works with these kind of socks, loose socks. The Ed does a good job with these, but I like to wear these. And so these are just short socks like everyone wears, especially in the summer. I have some longer ones like these. They don't work on the sock assist. So now we're gonna get into how the sock assist works. So the sock assist can't work with these socks. Maybe it's harder to put them on, I guess. It doesn't go all the way on, so I'm still having to do most of the work without the Vive Sock Assist. But it's on. Let's try the other sock. was turning around so the heel faces down. See? I mean, it doesn't go on, and it's still so overall, I use the work, but my handles are probably. So here's my final verdict on the Vive Sock or whatever. It's incredibly hard to get a sock on, especially this type, because it's just short. And the reason why I'm harping on this type of sock is because it's the one that everyone wears. They don't wear longer tube socks. The important part in that is that if you're disabled, like me, clothing can give people some other ideas on how disabled you are. Like if I were wearing shoes without laces, shoes with Velcro, that means that I can't tie my shoes, and it also means that maybe I'm not as smart as a normal average person. And if I have shoes that have Velcro, maybe I'm not as smart as the average person. So maybe if I'm wearing a longer sock, like the kind people used to wear in the 80s, maybe that means that I am also not as intelligent as the average person because I can't dress myself. So it's personally important to me to have the right sock and the right shoe and the right clothing. I don't know what other type of clothing would suggest that my IQ is lower than someone else, but it shows in socks and shoes. I'm not being a fashion plate. I'm kind of a fashion plate because I have a lot of shoes, but in this instance, I'm only wearing this sock because it protects me and people won't assume things of me, or people won't take advantage of me. And that is very important to me because it's just something I won't have to deal with. Because people already assume that because my voice is different, that and I'm not trying not to say, the word is probably floating around your mind. I want to make myself as safe as possible, especially if I'm around a lot of people who don't know me. And this is what I use to protect myself, be like the ground. And so I'm seeking to be safe by looking like almost everyone else. But back to reviewing this Vive Sock, this is a piece of crap because it's designed by a non-disabled person, because frankly everything is, but it's designed for people like me and elderly people. The other thing is that this shoot. When I put my foot in it, my foot is sweaty and it sticks. So it doesn't slide right into the sock. Okay, so that just makes me frustrated. And these ropes, how am I gonna grab these off the floor? You know, they don't stay up. They're just ropes. And how is an elderly person gonna go all the way down to the floor to grab these things when they're hard to grab because they don't stay in one place? What I want is, I want to have something like a bed rail. Like the last video, I think I'm gonna have my dad make me a panel that I can shove between the box spring and the mattress of a hotel bed, and it will act kind of like a bed rail, like I have at home, like in the last video. And I can put my foot on that and put my socks on, no problem. And it will fit pretty well in my suitcase, because this is gonna take a little bit out of here because it's half of a paper. And the thing that I'm asking for is flat, so I can just put it in the bottom of my suitcase and it will act as a platform for all my clothes and stuff, and it will work better. But it just makes me angry that they're designing these pieces of adaptive equipment for elderly and people with disabilities. They don't work, so it was $9. But, you know, it was $9 that I didn't need to spend, or Dad didn't need to spend. The reason why my dad has to make me that adaptive equipment for the bed is because he's made all of my adaptive equipment ever since I was a baby. Maybe I should do a video on all the adaptive equipment my dad has made me, because he's a woodworker and he taught engineering to high school kids. I'm pretty good at engineering these types of things, knowing what I want, knowing what I need. I'm not an engineer, of course. I have English degrees, I went to Dartmouth, but I'm pretty technical because I have a mind like his mind going, here's what I need, this is why I need it, this is what it's going to do, this is how it's going to work. And I'm very thankful to have this kind of intelligence. Whatever it is, I'm glad that I have it. Thank you for sitting through this failed review. If you like this kind of thing, click like, subscribe, comment, and have a great day.